Hello, welcome to Joy of Cooking Math Lessons. My name is Johan, and today we're going to be talking about fractions. Now, what are fractions? Fractions are a part of a whole. Just, I'll give you an example. Let's say you had 4 slices of pizza and you ate 1 piece. Then that would mean that there are 3/4 of the pizza left. And 1/4 of the pizza was eaten because the pizza was 4 slices. So now you know what fractions are. Now, when we look at a fraction like 1/4, there are 2 parts of the fraction. The numerator and the denominator. To remember this, the denominator is the bottom number and the numerator is the top number. So what we would say, how we would say this is 1/4 or 1 out of 4. Today we're also be talking about just regular fractions. There are 2 other types of fractions, but today we're just going to be talking about regular fractions. So what I showed you, 1/4 was a regular fraction. Now, we can add fractions and subtract fractions, and multiply and also divide. But today I'm just going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions. Now, let's say we had a number like 2/5. That's not a good one. 2/5. Another number, let's say 3/5. Both these numbers have the same denominator. So all we have to do here is add numerators, which is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. And then we keep the denominators if they are the same. So you have 5/5. Now, 5/5 is equal to 1 whole because the numerator and the denominator are the same. So that's how you add maybe fractions with the common denominator, such as 2/5 plus 3/5. Now, I want you to try this question. 4/5 plus 1/5. You can pause the video. To answer this question, you may take as much time as you like and pause the video. Okay, now I'll give you the answer for this question. Now, let's write this down. 4/5 plus 1/5. The denominators are the same, so I keep them. And then 4 plus 1 is 5. Again, we got one whole. 5 out of 5 is equal to one whole. So that's how we add simple fractions to the same denominator. Now let's say we had a little bit of a harder question. 1/5 plus 1/4. Now, a thing you notice here is that this fraction's denominator is different than this fraction's denominator. Now, what do we do here? Well, what we do is find their common denominator. Okay, to do that, we have to multiply a number for each denominator that will make them into an equal denominator. So I'll give you an example. Let's say, so I'm going to bring this down. So if it's 1/5 plus 1/4, now I'm going to multiply this 4 by 5, so I get 20, and I'm going to multiply this 5 by 4, so I get 20. So now my denominators are 20 and 20. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same with the numerator. I'm going to multiply my top, well, common denominator is numerator, by 5 for 1/4, which is 5 out of 20. And I'm going to multiply my numerator for 1/5 by 4, which is 4 out of 20. Now, it's easy here because your denominators are the same. They're 20 and 20. Now, all you have to do is add the numerators. 4 plus 5, 9. So, the answer is 9 out of 20. So, you cannot bring this lower. I mean, you cannot lower this fraction to any more, so this is your answer. So that's how you add fractions with dislike numerators. This was a question. So if this was a question, which is equal to 9 out of 20. So that's what we give our answer to. That's how you solve this question. Next, we're going to talk about subtracting fractions. Now, same thing. If we add a number 2/4 minus 1/4. Because we have the same denominator, like I said, we just have to subtract the numerator from the other numerator. So say it's 2 minus 1, you get 1/4. So that's your answer here. So that's your answer. So because they have the same denominator, it's really easy, right? Now, what I'm going to do here is going to make it a little bit hard. We have dislike denominators. Let's say we had 2/3 and 1/6. And as I told you, I was actually not as sorry. 2/3 minus 5/6. Now, how will I do this? Because I have this different desk, no need to stress this. It's just like before. What you want to do is turn this into a number like this. Because this number can be turned into 6, all I have to do is just multiply 3 by 2. Then I already get 6. And then I can keep the 6 because they're already equal. 5 minus 2 times 2, 4. Oh, that's my mistake. I'm supposed to switch these around. Now this is an actual subtraction question. Now, with unlike denominators, now what I want to do is I want to make the denominators the same. And I know that 10 and 5 can be put in each other, so what I have to do here is multiply 5 by 2. Gives me 10. I also multiply the numerator itself too. So it's 2 out of 10 minus 2 out of 10. So this is the final equation I come up with. 2 out of 10 minus 2 out of 10. This is equal to 0 out of 10. Well, basically that's equal to 0. So my answer here is equal to 0. So it can be, so that's just like that's how you subtract numbers with unlike denominators. Now if you have a like denominator, you do this again. 1/3 minus 1/4 is up to, sorry that's not right, 2/3 minus 1/3. Easily we know we just have to subtract 1, then 3. So that's our answer. This is another question here. So thank you for watching Joy of Cooking Math Lessons. Today you learned how to add and subtract fractions, regular fractions. You learned how to subtract with unlike denominators. You learned to add with unlike denominators and with the same denominators. And you're going to subtract with the same denominators as well. Thank you for watching, and peace.